Hey guys, so in case you're wondering what happened to my old review of Power Rangers Dino Charge that used to be here, I was informed just recently that the powers that be it Saban, Bandai, or what have you, is actually quite strike happy when it comes to using images of their shows on YouTube, so I thought I would play it safe and take off the fully edited version from YouTube, but leave what is essentially the whole audio review. That's going to happen after I stop talking. If you do want to see the full edited review, you can click the link down at the bottom and you can see that there. So thanks for listening. So this week I did something I don't normally do. I took in the first advanced episode of Power Rangers Dino Charge, the 22nd overall series in Power Rangers, and technically the third in what is being called the Neo-Saban era of Power Rangers. Now, I tried getting into Samurai and Megaforce for the sake of nostalgia, if nothing else, but those shows had more than a few problems holding them back. Poor characters, poor acting. Now, I admit that when I go into Power Rangers, I'm not looking for Shakespearean epics, but I knew they could do better. And thankfully, Dino Charge seems to get off to a great start with the episode Powers from the Past. We're introduced to our main villain for the piece, Master Sledge, an original American creation, which is usually the hallmark of a good season. He's a bounty hunter who's come to Earth in search of an alien named Keeper and the Energems. Get it? They're like gems, only they're filled with energy. I gotta say, I got a real Lord Zed vibe off this dude. Maybe it's because his big motivation so far seems to be getting money and power so he can marry his girlfriend Poisona. Also, being a bounty hunter, I can't help but also think that his personal prison is going to provide the monsters for this season, which is kind of a cool idea. And if nothing else, gives a solid answer to the question that is always asked in most Power Rangers series, and that being, why doesn't the big bad just, release all the monsters at once to go after the good guys? Keeper himself looks like the love child of E.T. and a Furby. No doubt he'll be the Yoda-style mentor for this season. Dinosaurs are, of course, the theme that this show is running with, much as they were in the Mighty Morphing and Dino Thunder era, so Keeper gives the power to the greatest of the dinosaurs before meteors hit the Earth, and, well, you all know the rest. I was quite pleasantly surprised just how slow and steady Powers from the Past took its initial setup, it going on for about 10 solid minutes before we actually meet our Rangers, who all just so happen to work in and around a local museum. We've got the New Zealand janitor because, hey, that's where the show is shot, so of course one of them is going to have a New Zealand accent. Our Pink Ranger, who stows away on an important archaeological dig to get away from her soul-crushing job at the restaurant. And then, of course, there's our Red Ranger, Tyler Navarro, our first Hispanic Red Ranger who is on the hunt for his missing father. Tyler impresses right away. He's brave, heroic, and he fights a monster with a shovel before he even gets his Ranger powers. Now that is what I call a damn good Red Ranger. Eventually, he and Shelby, the Pink Ranger, tap into the Energems long enough to become Rangers and defeat an ice monster who was bothering them. The new costumes themselves are, well, they're kind of busy. The sash steals a lot of focus, and I'm not crazy about the yellow trim on everything. I actually kind of like the one shoulder pad, even if to me it feels very 90s Image Comics. The action moves so damn fast, however, you won't really have time to drink it all in. It seems even this far into the Neo-Saban era, they're still very much married to remixes of the Go-Go Power Rangers theme, but here it's probably the best one they've done so far because they add in a ton of new lyrics, which is always nice. Now, I don't know if I'm going to review this show on a regular basis, mainly because, well, Power Rangers isn't exactly the sort of serialized show that you can do that with, but Dino Charge actually seems to be a show with all its ducks in a row. It aims a little higher. It's got an older cast and crew, which means that the acting is a lot better. The whole basis in dinosaurs and archaeology is a nice touch, and there's this underlying theme of searching for knowledge, which I quite enjoyed. Overall, I give this one an 8 out of 10. Maybe I will come back to review the second part of this, because this was very much a first part. You can view the first episode now on Nick.com, or wait for its television premiere February 7th.